AITA for not wanting my sons to always come second after my daughter. I am not Oop. Oop is you. Deleted. Original post. AITA for not wanting my sons to always come second after my daughter? https www.reddit.com/r/amethyshole/comments/10ogres/AITA for not wanting my sauce to always come UTM source equals share and UTM medium equals iOS app and UTM name equals iOS SMF posted on Am I the Asshole on January 30, 2023. AITA for not wanting my sons to always come second after my daughter? I, 32, M, and my wife, 33, F, have 3 kids. Our twin sons, 10, and our girl, 8. Normally all of them are sweet, obedient and nice. I consider myself lucky with them. But since a few months I have noticed that my sons are doing everything according to the wishes of my daughter. She wants to play mini-golf instead of going to the cinema. They say yes. She wants to play tea time with them instead of soccer. They love soccer. And they say yes. Not doing sports but sitting in their sister's room to drink tea. They literally treat her like their princess and always putting her wishes over theirs. And they get nothing in return. My daughter is acting like an entitled brat and never asks her brothers what they want to do or play. When I talked to my wife with this, she just said how cute the twins were for adoring their sister so much and that it is good and healthy for them being around her all the time. Her presence is civilizing them. She really said this, as if my sons were savages without their sister. She told me to not intervene in their relationship. So I let it go. Yesterday we went Saturday shopping and I allowed each of the kids to buy something nice for them. My daughter picked a pair of very expensive brand rain boots. I told her that she can have something like that for her birthday and she started to cry. And what happened? Her knights showed up and said that they would buy nothing so she could have the boots. My wife, of course, said, "Ah, how sweet of you." This was the moment. I exploded and said nobody is getting anything and we are going home. When we arrived my wife called me an who is trying to turn his own children against each other. I told her that she is a hypocrite. If the roles were reversed she would be furious, but since it's the girl who is getting her way it okay. We haven't really talked since. AITA for standing up for my sons and revealing my wife's favoritism and hypocrisy? Edit information. To be clear, I never told my sons to stop being nice to their sister. I was careful when talking to them. Even when I asked about their mom's role in all of this, I never told them to stop playing with her. And I did not really explain yesterday's punishment. A few comments. No Bookkeeper 6183 commented, "Have you talked to your sons? Ask them why they indulge their sister." OOP's reply, "Yes. I have talked to them several times. They said that their sister feels sad when they are not playing with her. Playing with her of course means playing whatever she wants and never what they want. And that they like spending time with her and making her a part of them." I directly asked them if their mother has her fingers in this and instructed them to act this way. They say she didn't, but I can feel that something is going on behind my back. Crystal Queen 3000 commented, "YTA and have seemed to have some misogynistic beliefs that are clouding your judgment. They're being nice big brothers to the baby of the family. Stop making this a gender issue." OOP's reply, "I wonder what kind of comment you would have written if I had 2 twin girls who are doing everything for their little brother. I would bet that it would have been a different one." Crystal Queen 3000's reply, "You would bet wrong. The whole tone of your post is weirdly sexist though. You should reflect on that." Oop. I am the sexist? What about the mother who thinks her own sons need to be around their sister all the time to act civilized? Dennis de Menace commented, "Bro, stop watching bald guy with Bugatti or Jestertoff Simpson videos and see this for what it is. Siblings being siblings. Is she coercing them? Bullying them? Forcing them? Or are they just protective of her? FFs. People call me old-fashioned. This new wave of, what if the roles were reversed, is making me cringe. If the roles were reversed, it'd be two sisters adoring their handsome brother. Let your boys love their sister. WTH is wrong with you? Verdict. YTA. Updates within post. Update. I have called my wife from work and apologized for my behavior. She was happy about my call and forgave me. I will went to the stores after work and buy the boots for my daughter and a nice big Lego set for the twins, which they can build up with their baby sister. I will tell my boys that it was and is noble of them to think so much about their sister and that I am proud of them for including her so perfectly and being gentlemen around her. I will not do anything to change the dynamic of their relationship and I feel like an idiot for considering it in the first place. I love my daughter but my comments here were written poorly. So I understand the accusations of sexism. Final update. My wife and I had a very good chat with our daughter. We encouraged her to take her brother's needs also in consideration when planning their activities, and return their generosity and care. She was very understanding. We made clear that we love to see them together and that nothing expect this point has to change. My wife and I agreed to silently monitor the situation. Last point. I will do dad-daughter weekend next month and wife will do a mom-son weekend. Thanks to everyone for expressing your opinion. Marked concluded as OOP has deleted their account. OOP isn't blameless here but I get their concern. If a kid was constantly sacrificing for their sibling I would be concerned something bad was happening behind the scenes. However, I do think OOP handled it poorly at first. The dynamic in a family of 3 kids, 2 of which are twins of the same sex, is different from that of a family with just 3 kids. Single siblings of twins can often be left out and I think the little guy's showing an understanding that sis is a big part of their lives is awesome. Also, sis was understanding about making sure the twins' interests had to be considered as well shows that she is learning to accommodate others. Don't forget she is only what, 8? What 8-year-old do you know who is right up there putting others' needs first? But when it was pointed out to her, she got it. I think the sons feel bad that she doesn't have a twin. Twins understand simpatico. For most of us it comes naturally and we feel bad for others who lack that built-in friendship. The capitalization in the update is weird. I think people forget sometimes that parents can, and should, guide how their children learn to interact with their siblings, relatives, and other people. He called the daughter an entitled brat, but did either parent ever think about showing her how to be considerate? I was clueless AF as a kid. I figure most kids are. A kind little nudge in regards to social cues is always helpful. I mean, I don't think OOP was the full asshole. Even if his approach was not the best and the whole insistence on gender roles was unnecessary. The conversation with the daughter at the end needed to happen, to ensure she understands her brothers and learns that not everyone will always accommodate her. The twins need to learn to, sometimes, place their own wishes above those of others. If I noticed these dynamics taking place in my family for an extended period of time I would want to ensure they don't develop into something worrisome. It's not healthy or fair that one person always yields to the other. And it's good that children learn that. I can see OOP's point. Children, there are 3 of you. You get to play what you want 1/3 of the time. If the twins always want to play the same thing and the sister something else, You play 50-50. When we are shopping, you each get one thing. You don't get a birthday-level gift on a random shopping trip. Getting your own way all the time creates a monster. This post is so weird. Instead of talking to his own daughter first, or stepping in as a parent to make sure family events are done equally, he jumps to, "My daughter is an entitled brat. It's a girl getting her way," and assuming the wife is in on a big female conspiracy. They are children, they DGAF about your weird political hang-ups. It could just be a big sibling to little siblings thing too, with the younger ones idolizing someone cooler and older. The exact right way to handle this is to teach the sons how to speak up for themselves and assert their wants, needs from time to time, while also praising their kindness to their sister. Let them be the ones to judge the line between doting on their sister versus being coerced, and simultaneously to point out to the daughter how kind her older brothers are and to teach her to reciprocate that level of kindness from time to time as well. That way, the kids can find the right balance and parents don't have to be the constant referees. It's good to have a time where the dad can be with the daughter to explore her needs and the mom can be with the sons to ensure they have time to explore theirs without influence of the daughter. Make it a monthly habit. I'd only recommend that with twin sons you do the same. They may claim to love playing the same games, but also give them one-on-one time with each parent to explore what makes them unique as well. Value your time as a family. Value your time as individuals and appreciate the love and kindness you're displaying with one another. AITA remains a weird sub for these verdicts. This reads like an Esh situation where the mom and dad are in different pages and both parenting badly and just needed to talk. Funny how so many situations can be cleared up with better communication. I actually thought it was going in the direction of the golden child, with the mother coaxing the twins to yes to everything. Some kids just are really good siblings. My oldest is a boy, and he was 2.5 when his sister was born. He broke his cookie in half once and tried to give half to the baby. Our pediatrician would give the kids small toys at their visits, and he asked for one for his sister when he was 4. Now he's in middle school, and when his son met was over, he very politely asked the mom who brought treats if he could bring a cookie home for each of his sisters. I do agree that at 8, it would be good to chat with his daughter about equity and being gracious. But I wouldn't try to stifle that impulse in his sons. It's always good to have kind people in this world. And his boys sound like sweethearts. Let's make sure their sister learns to model this behavior too, instead of just expecting it. I especially love that they seem to recognize that being twins can sometimes isolate the other siblings, and they're making a conscious effort to prevent that, which is pretty mature for only being 10. Finally, I was pretty nervous about my son, because I don't feel like the world is particularly kind to nice boys. Instead, he has friends in every class. We live in a pretty diverse urban area, and his friends are also diverse. He seems to be getting what he's putting out into the world, which is amazing to me. If Oop is worried about that, I'd try to see how it turns out first, before trying to change anything. Why wouldn't you tell the kids, you can pick out $10 worth of things, or whatever the budget is? It turns it into a learning experience too, because then they have to budget and do math to get what they want. What if all 3 had picked out expensive things? You have 3 upset kids. Setting boundaries would have helped the situation tremendously. The rest of it is all weird. All 3 should be treated equal. If the girl wants to do cinema one week, say okay, but next week we do what the boys want. Yes, big brothers will always feel protective of baby sisters. It's a way of life. And vice versa. I'm protective of my baby brother. But you should always treat all your kids as equals and share who picks activities. I think Oop is concerned that this subconsciously could be teaching his daughter to be selfish. If she only ever has to do what she wants, even if her brothers allow it, she could begin to expect that from others. But the way he wrote about it did not do him any favors. I don't think this was a big conspiracy happening in the shadows. He should have just stepped in and allowed each kid a turn to pick an activity. Today, Son 1 will pick what we do, and then do that as a family. Just to show that everyone should have a turn to pick something. If he made it more of a family effort, he could still show his daughter that it's important to take turns. What the kids choose to do when playing on their own is up to them. Be the parent. Take the responsibility to get involved to teach her the lesson you want her to learn. Not accuse your kids or wife of pulling the strings. He needs to be thankful his kids want to play with each other. In a few short years, that will all change, and he will be back, saying, "My kids used to get along. Now they hate each other. How can I get them to spend quality time together? My wife said to let it go, but I think she's been favoring my daughter behind my back." It sounds like this is going to work out okay, and OOP's daughter is getting the message about reciprocating kindness. But I can see where Oop was coming from. How many times have we seen AITA or just no posts about some adult, baby of the family, who has been catered to their entire life with horrible results? I think that's being avoided here, but I get the concern. I mean, I'm a woman, and what the mom said about her boys using the word civilizing rubbed me the wrong way. And I don't think Op was wrong. I'm wondering what the hell was going on. He was wrong in not talking with his little girl and the boys first and blowing up at all of them during their outing. They are literal children, lol. If they are happy playing tea time with their sister, what's so bad about it? This could have been a way better learning opportunity for all involved. For the record, I think Oop is overly concerned and Mom isn't concerned enough. Freaking out and not getting anyone anything isn't the way to go. Now the kids are probably extra confused. They thought they were doing the right thing by being gracious and allowing sister to have her fancy shoes, but then they got punished for it. Oop should be very grateful that at 10 his boys are selfless. A gentle talk the daughter about the difference between being a leader and being bossy maybe would have helped. And a talk the boys about the difference between being generous and being a doormat could have helped. I think Oop had some valid concerns but was a bit immature in handling it. I also think this post is exactly why it's nice to have a forum like Reddit to get outside perspectives. I'd be concerned if my kid was always sacrificing for the younger sibling. And if all three were supposed to get something at the mall, I would say no to the boys sacrificing their gifts so the daughter could get something expensive. But I think Oop took it all too seriously and got in his head about it. That much is pretty clear from the update, where he seems more relaxed after gaining some perspective. All in all, it's a great win.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.